I'm going to do a quick demonstration of how to use our online registration system. My hope is that this will give you the confidence to be able to complete this process yourself on Monday when online registration opens at 9 a.m. But it also gives you a look at the inside of the system, the interface that you'll be using, so that you can log in this weekend to make sure that you can access your account, and if not, do a few things to recover access so that you'll be ready for Monday. First of all, I want to explain this screen that you're brought to when you're asked to log on. There are a couple of different options here. On the left, we see this part here for returning members. If you've taken courses with us in the past, you already have an account. That's associated with the email that you used to register. If you've never taken courses with us before, you will need to sign up for a new account. Clicking this button here, sign up, will just ask you for some basic information, your email address, your name, a couple of other pieces of information, and it will establish an account for you. I've already taken a course in the past. I have an account associated with my JMU email address, so I'm going to go ahead and log on. Once I've entered my credentials, I'm in the system. You can see up here that it has my first name, which shows me I'm logged in. Along the top are various options where I could update my profile, I could change my password, I could suggest a course to be offered in the future, and these course suggestions will be forwarded directly to our curriculum committee. Here in the middle, we have membership status, and you will see here that I need to renew my membership. It says my Lifelong Learning Institute membership fee was valid through August the 8th, which is today. And with that, I'll need, when I go to the registration process, I'll need to update my membership status. I'm going to demonstrate how to do so. At the bottom, there are three options for navigating our courses. We'll start at the bottom. If I click Browse Complete Course Listing, all the courses will appear on one page. You could certainly do a course search on that page to identify a specific instructor or to search by keyword. You can also browse courses by session. This will group courses in meaningful clusters such as A session or B session. When you clicked on a class that you're interested in, it would open another window, an individual window for each session where you could read the description and select a course if you would like to enroll in that class. The top option is the reason for making this video because it's a new interface that we'll be using for online registration for the fall 2019 semester. And we think it's one that's going to simplify registration and hopefully take out a lot of the frustration that can occur with some of these manual options. I'm going to click on Quick Pick Registration, and I'm going to go step by step through what you will see on Monday morning. If you would like to do this yourself, I encourage you to log into your account and follow the steps outlined in this video so that you can be familiar and comfortable with the things that you are going to be encountering on Monday morning. All of the parts of this registration form are labeled. You could certainly complete this quicker than I'm going to do here, but I'm going to go slowly simply because I want people to be able to follow along and to understand step by step what they're looking at on this screen and what choices they are going to be asked to make during the registration process. Step 1 just shows me the log on or sign up status. You can see I'm already logged in. It says welcome Rodney. And up here at the top again, that shows that I'm logged in as well. If not, you would have options here to either log on or sign up if you somehow navigated to this form without being logged into the system. I'm logged in, I'm ready to go. I move on to step 2. Step 2 is where you will select your membership level. We only have one level, which is basic membership, which costs $20 a year. But where the variation comes in is whether or not you are a first-time member or a returning member. If you have not already activated your membership by mail or either online, or perhaps you became a new member at yesterday's course preview event, an open house event, you'll be asked to renew your membership or to activate it. To do so, I'm just going to click this box beside the Lifelong Learning Institute membership for 2019-2020. With this, it's going to add this to my cart. Everything that I check that I would like to add to my cart, it will do so, and it will apply the fees that are due to my account during the checkout process. Now, if you're a returning member and you haven't renewed already, you would do so and you would move on to step 3. I'm going to show another way of applying a first year membership discount. So for this, imagine I was a first year member and I wanted to remove this automatic fee. In the promotional code area here, you would simply type the promo code FREE. What that's going to do is that's going to notify the system that when you check out, you are a first-time member, and it will provide a promotional credit of $20 to cover this first-year membership free. That promo code should only be used by first-time members. Again, returning members, you would simply check this box, add it to your cart, move on to step 3. I'm going to leave it for now just because for demonstration purposes, it will allow me to complete registration without entering payment information during this recording. Step number 3 is where you select courses, and this is where you're going to be making most of your registration decisions. It's also where you will spend the most time. Now, we are set up in a test environment for demonstration purposes. You'll see some options here that will be removed prior to Monday morning. I want to explain how courses are organized. They are organized in meaningful units or clusters so that you can quickly identify the category for the course you would like to enroll in. We have Session A and Session B this fall. If I click on Session C and expand the options there, you will see there are no courses available at this time. We only have a 3rd session currently during our spring semester. I can also select from pop-up courses, trips, and events. For demonstration purposes, I'm going to choose a test course in Session A. When you expand Session A, what you're going to see is all of the course options and the date. The status tells us the date which registration first begins. Another thing to know about the sorting of the courses, they are very similar to what is in the course catalog. They are organized by the date that the class first meets, and our Monday courses appear, as you see there, before our Friday courses. Here's an example here, Music in the Old Testament. It's offered on Fridays. It will begin meeting on 9/13. Here at the top, Writing Your Stories, that begins meeting on 9/9, which is a Monday, so it appears at the top of the list. And then in sequence, we march through Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. For demonstration purposes, I'm going to show you when a course is open, you'll see just like the membership enrollment, it has a checkbox next to it. So if I picked up a course catalog, either out in public or I got one at the open house event and I've already highlighted or circled the courses I'd like to take, I could open up my catalog and I would just go in and I would put a check mark in all the courses I would like to take. You have all the information you need. Here we have a course title, we have the date of the first meeting, we have the registration fee, we also have the status, which will tell us if it's open or waitlisted, and if I hover over it, I'll get a description just to be certain that that's the course that I do intend to take. So I'm going to add this testing course to my cart for checkout purposes. And then I'm going to pop down here to trips and events. And you see the layout is much the same. It starts with our early events, and then they are organized by date, and we'll go all the way up till the last scheduled event in the semester. Again, I could choose this testing course, which is open for registration. I would just click there if I wanted to add it to my cart. If I looked over and changed my mind, I could unclick it. It would not be added to my cart. Pop-up courses and events are the same. Session B courses organized the same. So that's the basic format that we have. And I'm just going to scroll back to the top, make sure everything's correct. I've added my free membership code for first year members. I've checked the course I'd like to take in A session. I've decided not to take courses in B session. Oh, here's this interesting pop-up. I realize as I'm going back through, I do want to take that on December the 15th. So I'm going to add that to my cart. And for now, I'm not going to enroll in any trips and events, so I'll skip this section. I'm ready to move on, almost ready to check out. Section 4 has some notifications that you need to read, and then it has some choices that you will need to make, and then provide a digital signature verifying your selections. Here it says check to indicate you've read the statement above about to consent to share your information with the faculty and staff of JMU and LLI, including our committee chairs and our instructors. I acknowledge that I understand that information and I agree, so I'm going to check here. It's going to have media release checked by default. That means that any photos or images that we capture during our courses and events can be used for our publicity purposes, both online and in print media. Class directory. This is something that if people wanted to request information about ride sharing, could they get a directory of class members to contact? If I wanted to participate in that program, I would check here. And then class assistant. This here will explain all the things I'm doing verbally. So if you want more information, just click on that link and it will explain each in depth, piece by piece. I'm just doing it quickly to not make this video unnecessarily long. But class assistant, if you are willing to serve as a class assistant, to help an instructor get set up on the day of your class in which you're enrolled, to take attendance, you can click here. I do want to volunteer. I do want to be considered for that role. So I'm going to click here to express my availability and my interest in that assignment. Once I'm done here, I move on to step 5, which is to complete my registration and proceed to checkout. Right now it says I owe $20 for that annual membership fee. All the courses I added were free of charge. They were test courses, so there was no fee associated with those. And this part here is important. If you're a first-year member, don't hesitate to click this red button, proceed to checkout, because any promo codes are going to be calculated at checkout. I'm ready to proceed. I click this button to complete my registration. And it says you must signify agreement to the terms of the consent form. And I realize here, for some reason, my name needs to be entered. So I'm going to add that. Proceed to checkout. And here's the checkout page. It's going to give a summary of all the choices I've made. So here you can see in my cart, I have my membership for 2019-2020. My promo code has been applied, which canceled out that first year fee. I've signed up for testing session A on October 31st. And I've also signed up for a trip on December 15th. If I wanted to change my selections, I could go back. If I want to clear these selections and start over, I would click this middle button, which I do not want to do. If I change my mind just because I was test driving the system this weekend and I know enrollment is not ready, I just cancel and log off here. Most people, when you get to this screen, you're going to want to click Complete Registration. If there is no charge for the courses that you've added to your cart, it will check you out immediately and send you an email confirmation of your choices. If there is a charge by clicking Complete Registration, it's going to transfer you to a payment portal where you will be asked to enter your credit card information to complete your transaction. I'm going to click here. At the top you see I've finished the online registration process successfully. My transaction is completed. It also tells me that it has automated an email notification that is sent to my address on file. Mine is my JMU account that I use to log in. Yours will be associated with whatever email you use to log in on that first screen. And here's just a summary of my confirmation. I just want to visually spot check, make sure everything I added to my cart actually ends up on this screen. From here, there are a couple of things I could do. If I'm happy with the process, I'm done. I can log off. Particularly if you're on a public computer, you'll want to do that. Or I can go back to the top here with my account that says Rodney. I can click on that. And I can go over here under my account at the top of the screen. I can go to my history to see and verify that my current courses are listed. I'm going to do that in a minute. Or I can realize I forgot something. I need to go back in and add another one to my cart, and you could complete multiple transactions this way. I'm going to click on history just to show you how you can verify your own enrollment without having to call the office to do so. Under history, you'll have a couple of tabs. We're going to look at the first two. Completed courses is basically your transcript as a student of LLI. If you click on that, you will be able to find all the things in the past that you were enrolled within. I'm going to do that now just to show you. This is my student transcript. Last year, it shows all the things I participated in as a member, and it shows what dates those were held. I'll go back to my history, and I want to see what are my upcoming courses for this semester. I click here on current courses, and you see the two things that I added to my cart, the two test sessions. It tells me the start date, the end date, and over here it will tell you the total number of hours. These are just test courses. We never have a course that has 45 hours. Yours is more likely to say Class 1, Session A. It would have the title. It would have a different start and end date. And here it's likely to be 10 hours if it's a typical 5-week course. You will also have a location, the Ice House Sunnyside Retirement Community, wherever your class is scheduled to meet. And if there's a map or any additional details about how to access that building, those would be included here. Otherwise, those details are emailed to you closer to the date of the first class meeting. At this point, I'm happy with everything. Everything worked as expected. It was a pretty streamlined process where I was just asked to make a few selections using a checkbox. Everything worked routine as expected. So I'm going to go back to my history, go up here, log off, I'm done. It takes me back to that first screen. And at this point, I'm ready for classes. I hope you found that this brief tutorial has been helpful. I hope it gives you the confidence you need to register for courses from the comfort of your own home on Monday morning. But also know that there are many other ways, several other ways that you can get into the system, and the LLI staff is here to assist you. We always welcome walk-ins on Monday morning or the first day of registration. And the email that you would have received with the link to this video, it's also going to have some information about other ways you can get into the registration system. Thank you. Welcome any questions you have or any comments for how to improve this for next semester. Otherwise, have a great weekend, and we look forward to seeing you in our courses this semester.